Hello, my name is Amanda Nace, and I'm going to be your professor for PUBH 610 in the fall 2020 semester. I wanted to take a little bit of time to introduce myself and walk you through the syllabus and both the Blackboard site so that you have a good understanding of what I'm looking for from you this semester and where everything is. So first, a little bit about myself. I'm a doctoral student here at CUNY SPH, and I'm about to defend my dissertation. I'm in the health policy and management track. Prior to joining CUNY, the bulk of my work has been in global HIV and AIDS. And I was with the CDC in Namibia. I spent some time working with the Peace Corps. Domestically, I've done some consulting and worked in nonprofits in maternal and child health. So I have a wide variety of experiences, and I encourage you to reach out to me if any of our research interests overlap, or if you ever want to just discuss public health, your career path, or the course. So now I'm going to walk us through the syllabus. So here you should be able to see the front page of the syllabus, and you'll see here my name, my email address, and that's going to be the best way to reach me, and a little bit about the course description and some standard support resources that are offered through CUNY SPH. There are no course prerequisites, and the format of the course is going to be entirely online, and I want to highlight that all of the assignments are going to be due on Sundays at midnight, unless otherwise specified. The required readings for the course are the She and Sing text and the Fallon text. And there will be other readings that I'm going to be posting on Blackboard. So you come down here and you see that we have the program competencies, the course learning objectives, and the assessment methods that are going to align with each of them. And let's skip down to the writing guidelines and the assignment descriptions. So for all written assignments in this course, I'd like you to use APA style citations, and then otherwise just standard 12-point font, 1-inch margins, please double space, and please always include PUBH 610 and the section number, whether it's section 83, section 80, on your assignment so I know which section of the course you're in. There are going to be 2 group assignments this semester, and what's going to happen is I'm going to randomly group you into a group of 4 or maybe less depending on how many students are in the class, and each group is going to be assigned a state, and the purpose of this assignment is going to be to assess and respond to a public health issue. And I'm going to ask you to assess the COVID epidemic in your assigned state, and then think about the public health response to the epidemic in that state. And I'm going to ask you to read an article by Dr. Frieden and use that article as a guideline to develop a proposal to respond to the epidemic in the state. And you'll see, I want you to discuss how you'll be innovative, use a technical package, and performance management. So that's going to be your first group assignment. And then group assignment 2 is going to be a continuation of assignment 1, where you're going to discuss how you'll engage partners and communicate and engage with others to ensure political commitment to support your proposal. And then your first individual assignment is going to also be related to this larger group assignment. It's going to be an elevator pitch, and so the purpose of this activity is going to be to get practice advocating for your public health issue in a brief and powerful way. So you only have 1 minute in an elevator with the governor of your assigned state, and I want to see you record a 1-minute video of yourself either advocating for additional funding for COVID-19, advocating for a policy change or another public health measure which you think would address the public health issue. You're going to post that video onto Blackboard, and you're going to provide constructive feedback to at least 3 of your peers on their videos. And then individual assignment 2 is going to be a reflection memo where I'm going to ask you to reflect on your experiences working with your group on the group project and discuss the group's dynamics and your roles within the group. And then there will be 6 quizzes all online on Blackboard that are going to predominantly come from the textbook readings. And these will be on Blackboard. And the thing is, once you open a quiz, you must complete it within that setting because the timer will start running. So you're going to have 45 minutes to complete each of these 5-question quizzes, and only 1 attempt is going to be allowed. Each quiz will be located in the class folder that's related to that quiz, and you will only be able to see the quiz answers and the quiz answers and the quiz answer you gave once the due date has passed, because I'm trying to prevent students cheating. If the answers posted prior to the due date, it would be a lot easier for students to cheat. So you'll be able to see the answers to the quizzes, but just you'll have to wait until after the due date has passed. After you've come up with your group proposal for your COVID response in your state, I'm asking you to create a presentation which will be a maximum of 10 minutes. And I want it to cover the epidemiology of COVID in the state, a background over the response of the epidemic thus far. Did they implement travel bans? Did they reopen schools, etc.? I want you to discuss the political leadership in the state. What have they been saying? And I want you to assess that leadership and who's been really taking a step forward, and do you think they've done the right thing or not? And then I want you to provide an overview of the technical package that you're going to put forward based on what you've written in that article by Dr. Frieden, and post it onto Blackboard. And I think this will be a really interesting way, since each group is going to be doing a unique state. It'll be a really interesting way for all of us to just learn a lot more in depth about what's going on in each of the different states and see what the classes come up with. Class participation is going to be assessed predominantly through discussion board posts. So you're going to be required to post 5 times on the discussion board. And there are 15 weeks this semester, but you'll notice I'm only asking you to post 5 times on the discussion board. And that being said, I really want the discussion board posts that you do to be quality posts. So I want you to react and reflect on that week's readings, the subject matter, introduce new relevant articles or theories or experiences that you've had in your own work or personal life that may be relevant, and really expand upon the topic. And I'm asking that in order to get the full points for that discussion board, you need to not only do an original post, but you also need to respond to a classmate in a meaningful way. So I'm not looking for just, that's really interesting, but probe them further. What do you mean by this? Or, share a similar experience. So each discussion board post is going to be worth 2 points, and that'll be a total of 10 points for the semester. Here you see the different assessment methods and their relative weight for the course. So you see the elevator pitch and reflection memo are each worth 5%. The 2 group assignments together are worth 30%. Your group presentation is worth 20%. And discussion board is 10%, and quizzes, the 6 quizzes, 5 points each, 30% of the grade. So you'll see that about, not about, 50% of your grade for the semester will come from your group work, and 50% will come from the individual work that you do in the course. And I know that some people really dislike group work, and the reason that we're doing group work is because it's very rare in public health that you do any work. It's not any work, but it's very rare that you address a public health issue and you work completely alone. We're typically working with partners either within our own organization or across organizations and disciplines. So that's why we're working in groups this semester. This is just some standard information from CUNY about course policies. As I mentioned, students are expected to post online in the discussion board, and we will not be accepting any late or incomplete assignments. And please contact me if you need to make a rewrite, or you have a problem getting an assignment in on time. It's always best to keep lines of communication with me open. Extra credit opportunities will be offered during the course, and more information will be forthcoming. And then the expectations of you for the semester are really just to be familiar with the academic policies at CUNY, obviously no plagiarism. On that note, we will be using SafeAssign, which is a tool in Blackboard to help prevent plagiarism. So once you submit your group papers, the computer will scan them and make sure that you haven't directly lifted anything from someone else's work. And you'll be able to see the report on that in Blackboard. No credit for late work. When you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I will try my best to get back to you within 24 hours during the school week, like Monday through Friday, and then on a weekend I typically respond within 48 hours. We try to provide grading and feedback on all the assignments within 2 weeks of the due date. And here are some resources for you regarding accessibility and academic integrity. Okay, so if we come a little further down here, you can see that we have, every week we have a number of the week, the date, the topic, the learning objectives, and then what I want you to read, watch, and do for the week. Okay, and then let's move over to Blackboard. Okay, so now here we are in the Blackboard site itself. You'll see up here it says Fall Term 2020. This is Public Health Leadership and Management, PUBH 610. So over here on the left-hand side of the screen, we have the menu bar, and that's where you'll be able to see if there are any announcements. There are none there yet, but I'll typically post updates about when extra credit assignments are going to be offered or anything that I have to share with y'all. Here you can click this and see that's a little bit of information about me. Here you'll always find the most updated version of the syllabus. It shouldn't change too dramatically during the semester, but if we may add readings or videos, things we want you to watch. Weekly materials is where you're going to find the bulk of the information that you're going to need in Blackboard. So you click on week 1 and move this over. And you can see that we have topics and tasks for the week, and this is lifted directly from your syllabus. So everything you see here, you can find also on the copy of your syllabus. And you'll see the PowerPoint that I want you to watch for the week, and any other additional PowerPoints, such as how to run team meetings here. And then you'll see copies, links to the articles, the Frieden article and the Bone Bright article. And then look here, there's the syllabus quiz. You click on it and quickly take that and get yourself 1 extra credit point. So all the quizzes as I mentioned earlier, are going to be located there. If you scroll to the bottom, they're always listed at the very bottom of the week. Discussion board, here is going to be, there's an area for general Q&A, and I very much encourage you to use this forum if you have questions, because other students may be able to provide answers. So if you have a general question about the course or anything, please feel free to post it there. And here you'll see there's a thread where you can post just any other interesting materials, things that you find, job opportunities that you think might be relevant to your peers. Here's where you'll post your discussion board. So for the first week, I just want you to introduce yourself and tell us about, what brought you to public health. And please make sure that you post a photo of yourself. Considering it's an online course, I feel like it really does go a long way to helping us all get to know one another if we can see each other's faces. And discussion board 3, 4, 5, and here's where you're going to post the elevator pitch of yourself, and you'll see right here that there are instructions for you on how to do that. Okay, and then down here there's an assignments tab, and you'll be able to see each of the assignments for the semester. The group assignments right now are listed here, but you will actually be able to see them under the groups tab. So here we are, the different groups. Once you click on the group, you'll be able to see your name, your classmates' name, you'll be able to communicate with them, and this is actually where you're going to click to submit your group assignments as well, and I just need one person from each group to submit those assignments. And otherwise, I think that is pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. I don't offer any, not offer, but I don't do any Blackboard Collaborate online sessions. I've offered them in the past, and what I found is that students don't participate. However, if you have any questions, if you feel like you would like to set up a time to ask me about the course, you would like to do it on Blackboard Collaborate, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever, I'm open to all of those ideas. Just reach out to me and via email, we can schedule something. But that's going to be it, and I look forward to getting to know you this semester. All right, thanks. Bye.